More than 300 years ago, a scientist named Isaac Newton laid out 3 basic laws that describe the way things move. One of the laws says that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. This one is the most important idea, and it describes how rockets work. The exhaust streaming out the bottom of the rocket, flames, hot gases, and smoke that come from burning the rocket's propellants. Propellant is the fuel used in rockets. This pushes the rocket's engine down toward the ground. That's the action force. In response, the rocket begins moving in the opposite direction, lifting off the ground, which is basically the reaction force. It does not stop there. Earth's gravity is still pulling down on the rocket. When a rocket burns propellants and pushes out exhaust, that creates an upward force called thrust. To launch, the rocket needs enough propellants so that the thrust pushing the rocket up is greater than the force of gravity pulling the rocket down. A rocket needs to speed up to at least 17,800 miles per hour and fly above most of the atmosphere in a curved path around Earth. This ensures that it won't be pulled back down to the ground. For most satellite launches, the scheduled launch rocket is aimed straight up at first. This gets the rocket through the thickest part of the atmosphere, most quickly and best minimizes fuel consumption. After a rocket launches straight up, the rocket control mechanism uses the inertial guidance system to calculate necessary adjustments to the rocket's nozzles to tilt the rocket to the course described in the flight plan. In most cases, the flight plan calls for the rocket to head east because Earth rotates to the east, giving the launch vehicle a free boost. The strength of this boost depends on the rotational velocity of Earth at the launch location. The boost is greatest at the equator, where the distance around Earth is greatest, and so rotation is fastest. Once the rocket reaches extremely thin air, at about 193 kilometers up, the rocket's navigational system fires small rockets, just enough to turn the launch vehicle into a horizontal position. The satellite is then released. At that point, rockets are fired again to ensure some separation between the launch vehicle and the satellite itself.